Hey guys, wanted to record this quick little video with Dr. Rodney White, new friend of mine at Sarpy Chiropractic in Omaha, Nebraska. You guys, he is just super aware. Been listening to a lot of his videos that he's been recording, and he's so connected on the body, how it works, such our tribe. And I haven't really posted many testimonial videos, and I just felt that it was time to really reach out and let you guys hear from someone other than me that says, hey, you'll get 3 to 50% deeper sleep with a grounding bag, and check out our products. And so he had me on his podcast, and I sent him a care package as a thank you with some grounding bags. And I said, hey, test them out. Let me know you have sleep tracking. Check it out and give us the feedback. This is third party testing. This is what we do with our products, is we allow these doctors to do what they do all their tests and check it out and then give us the feedback, versus me testing going, hey, this is what we see. And they're gonna be like, whoa, was it, blind, triple blind study, this and that, and all the nonsense on testing that goes on. So I'm just like, let people do it on their own. And so that's why we're here right now with Dr. Rodney. So Rodney, take it away and let me know what you came up with our grounding bags.
Yeah, thanks, Justin, and thanks for the care package, because it was pretty cool to get it, because I've been spending a lot of years trying to optimize my sleep. It's probably the one part of my health that I've done so much work. I mean, growing up, I had a reasonably healthy family, and thankfully, because otherwise I think I'd have been full-blown ADHD or maybe worse, and surfed every day. But then I got teenage 20s and didn't eat the best, but didn't notice because I was surfing all the time and I was young. And when I started to realize I had some gut health issues and everything else as a chiropractor, I thought, I got to dive into this. And I started fixing everything. But the one thing I could never fix was my quality of sleep. And I think some of it was the fact that I'm so positive MTHFR, my body couldn't detox and methylate. So great, I could start working on pathogens and toxins, but I still couldn't get it right. And I figured I must be really EMF sensitive, because it's the one thing I just don't really manage. And I mean, my sleep routine is crazy anyway, just to get to where I got to. Like, I bought an Aura ring a few years ago. Deep sleep was terrible, no matter what I did. So I started adding things. I added CBD, more melatonin, a chili pad to keep my bed cold. I put my eye mask, my mouth tape, and like enough white noise that sounds like a jet engine. And I was stoked when I could get to 40 or 50 minutes deep sleep. My REM was always decent. But if I hit an hour, it was like once every 3-4 months. And it was a miracle. Like, my Aura ring would go from red to blue because it wasn't 59 minutes, it was an hour. I was like, that's as good as I'll get. And I didn't want to do EMF paint or anything like that. I just figured, this is what I am. And then I met you, and you sent that EMF grounding bag. And I'm very open to a lot of this stuff. But I mean, I didn't know how much it was going to work. I thought, I'm sure this will help some people, but I'm already doing so much. It's not going to help me that much, but I'll give it a shot. And I put it on my bed, like you suggest. I just have it tucked between the head of our bed and our mattress. And I didn't even tell my wife I was putting it there. And the next morning she woke up, she's like, oh my God, I slept so deep. And I didn't say anything. I just let it go. I checked my Aura ring. I'm like, man, I got an hour and a half deep sleep last night. So wow. Like you say, they always want double-blinded, random, placebo-controlled. There's no placebo about it. My Aura ring gives me the details. I can think I slept deeper. And I monitored it for a week without telling her at all. And I was averaging an hour to an hour and 40 minutes deep sleep. And I finally told her, hey, you know how you've been sleeping really well the last this week? I pulled out the bag and showed her. She's like, what's that? And I explained the Tesla crystals to her and the grounding and the currents. And she's like, oh, be damned. Okay. And so I've had it now for, probably maybe 3 months is probably when we spoke, maybe a hair less. And what's great now is my deep sleep on a bad night is 45 to 50 minutes, which used to be when I'd see that and be like, oh man, at least I almost got an hour. And that's rare. Like, my deep sleep on my Aura thing is the green blue color, like 6 out of 7 nights. No, probably 13 out of 14 nights. Once every 2 weeks, I might dip under, but it's the only thing I changed. I was already doing all the other stuff and had been for a while. So it's not like there were other variables in there. So that's why I texted you. I was like, man, this thing really helped. And I carry my Minnie around with me all the time, and I've noticed that I still am dealing with some parasite stuff. So I know occasionally I'll clench my jaw a little bit. That's a big parasite symptom. Since carrying that around, I do that a lot less. So I think it's helping in a lot more ways. So I know that's not a short answer, but I wanted to fill in everything for the audience there. That's not just, well, he had more sleep, but it could have been anything. I mean, I was intentionally adding one thing at a time, trying to work out how the hell am I going to get better sleep, because I'm 41. I know how valuable it's going to be moving forward in my next 4 or 5 decades. And this was a huge game changer, man. I appreciate it so much.
Oh, thank you. Wow. I mean, that's substantial to over double your deep sleep. I mean, unbelievable. And you guys, I say 3 to 50%. I mean, that's more than 50%. Over doubling is more than 50%. 50 to be doubling. So that is absolutely substantial. So guys, we encourage everyone to get the EMF Rocks grounding bags. You can get them on emfrocks.com. You can get them on athleticism.com. And, Dr. Rodney sells them at Sarkey Chiropractic in Omaha. And you guys, grab these grounding bags, get in the deeper sleep. This is how we're going to be able to heal and keep our vitality up. Everything happens hormonally to balance everything when you're sleeping. So the deeper you can get, that more quality of sleep, that's where the key is. So I thank you so much for sharing this. This is huge.
No, and thank you for introducing me to them. And something of note as well, I noticed that in the last week, my numbers were slowly dipping and nothing else changed. And I thought, I haven't gone and regrounded the bag yet. And I went and put it outside for a couple minutes on the ground, and boom, the next 3 nights, I was back to the same level. So I think there's a lot to that. I know you told me they'll still keep working, but why wouldn't we want to keep them at their maximum peak, especially like for me being so sensitive to this EMF stuff? Clearly with me, that 10% drop off was a big deal, but my wife didn't notice it. So just another piece to throw in there.
Wow, that's huge, because we just rolled out that protocol of recommending regrounding the grounding bags. And just because people have experienced that, it's so much more helpful, but they still work, because when they're in solid form, they're still ground. But we're being inundated at levels that we've never seen, you guys. So they keep ratcheting up the levels, and then more proximity closer to us, and then more devices, and the neighbors turn it up, and who knows what goes on all around us. So to get that extra support every 2 to 3 months, take the grounding bag outside and reground it is going to give you that extra bit. So that's awesome to see that. So now you get 10% improvement on regrounding, and then you get over 50, over double when you're just introduce it to your body.
Yeah, they say there's no magic pills, but this is about as close as it gets.
All right. Well, you guys heard it live with Dr. Rodney. Thank you so much. And you guys check out EMF Rocks and get those grounding bags on your bed. You're going to sleep better than ever.